guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Annie. I'm a 22-year-old content creator from Montreal, Canada. Here on this channel, I upload videos 3 days a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and I upload all kinds of content about content creation, entrepreneurship, productivity, and all of that kind of stuff. So if that is your cup of tea, if you like what you see in this video and you want to see more content like this, then feel free to subscribe down below to my channel and also follow me over on my Instagram and my TikTok. So ever since I've begun to really start to switch things up on my channel and kind of evolve my content a little bit, I've been receiving so many comments and DMs from you guys. Basically just people telling me that with the new year, they want to make a change on their YouTube channel, their TikTok, their Instagram, and they want to change their content and make new types of content. But they are not quite sure exactly how to go about it or what steps to take or really any of that stuff. And I don't know what it is about this new year, but I feel like I've seen so many creators lately in my sub box and on YouTube who have all been talking about wanting to make a shift and a change in their content, which I think is just something that comes super naturally with the new year and the theme of new beginnings and all of that. So in this video, I wanted to sit down and share with you guys a few of my tips and tricks and methods and things to consider if you are also thinking about making a change and switching things up where your content is concerned. Just a few things that I think can really make that transition a whole lot easier and smoother. So the very first tip I have for you guys that I cannot stress the importance of enough is to figure out exactly where it is that you want to go. The first real mistake that I made is that I sort of just dove in head first, tried to make a total change completely overnight, and really had no kind of plan or strategy moving forward. So whether it is on your YouTube channel, your TikTok, or your Instagram, if you've made X type of content for however long you've had your platform, whether that is a few months or a few years, if you've been making that type of content for so long and now you're craving a change and you want to switch things up, that is perfectly fine. But you do have to establish what why content is going to look like. For example, for the last 3 years on my channel, I've made all kinds of videos about how to grow on YouTube, gaining subscribers, getting views, and now with this new sort of direction and content I'm trying to make on my channel, now I'm focusing a lot more on entrepreneurship and content creation and productivity. So essentially I have established a sort of a starting point, which is my old type of content, and I've also established an end point, which is the new content I'm trying to create. So by having a starting point and an ending point, it is then a lot easier to get from point A to point B because I know exactly where it is I'm heading. So most definitely just sitting down and establishing exactly where it is that you want to take your content and your platform, that is going to make the transition so much smoother and easier. Now, the second thing that you have to understand and sort of make yourself okay with is that not everybody is going to follow along with you on this new journey. Meaning that just because you have this amount of subscribers and X amount of people have been watching your videos on a regular basis, that does not necessarily mean that every one of those subscribers and every one of those viewers or followers is going to necessarily be interested in your new content. So what that means is that you have to make yourself okay with the fact that you may be facing a much lower click-through rate, or you may be getting a lot less views or likes on your content. You may begin to see a lower audience retention on some of your next few uploads or posts. But what that is also going to help you with and allow you to do is it's going to help you to sort of weed out all the people who are completely uninterested in your new content and help you to really establish your new audience. So if you are patient and you are super consistent and you just keep working and posting more and more content, then eventually the tide will turn. You will begin to see a much higher click-through rate and maybe an increase in views. Your new audience will become a lot more familiar with your new format of content, which will probably end up boosting your engagement rate or your audience retention, and you'll basically see things begin to get a lot better and begin to grow again. I can most definitely see now in my analytics that YouTube is no longer comparing my recent uploads to my much older videos, and much more recently I'm seeing YouTube's algorithm comparing my recent uploads to the last 10 uploads. So where about a month ago some of my recent uploads would have been ranked like 10th out of 10 more recent videos in like the worst performance, now I'm seeing my more recent videos be ranked 8th or 7th 7th, even 6th in my last 10 uploads. Because I gave it time and I stayed super consistent, and now the algorithm is realizing that this is where my channel is going and this is where my content is going. So while it might be a little bit of a tough pill to swallow, you do have to accept that not everybody is going to want to see your new content. Some people may unsubscribe, may unfollow you, but at the end of the day, it is all for the best. It's for the future growth and success of your platform and your content, and it's just something that you have to accept and be okay with. Now, the third thing is probably one of the most crucial things, and that is to reach your new target audience. If I am no longer focusing my content on how to get subscribers and how to get views, and I'm now focusing a lot more on videos that pertain to entrepreneurship and content creation, then with the themes of my content changing, so is my target audience. So I am basically going back to the drawing board and the strategy I had from way before my channel ever blew up on YouTube, and I am back to my strategy of SEO. Basically, I am keyword researching on TubeBuddy, and I am optimizing all my videos to rank in search on YouTube, so that as I am posting my new videos and uploading my new content, I'm also reaching a new targeted audience, so that the people who are specifically searching for the type of content I'm creating are going to be finding my videos as search results on YouTube, giving me a much better chance of getting my content discovered and growing my new audience. And I can most definitely already see in the analytics of my most recent videos that a fair amount of my traffic and my views is in fact coming from YouTube search, meaning that my strategy is 110% working. Now, of course, when I first did this and I first began to apply my SEO strategy, the real results and growth I began to see happened over the course of about 6 to 8 months, meaning that this is most definitely not going to be a overnight process. I'm not going to go back to getting 20,000 and 50,000 views on every single upload overnight. That is a process I'm going to have to work towards, especially because the whole idea of SEO is that people are searching for things over time, they are finding your content over time, and you're growing over time. But even though SEO is most definitely not a overnight process, it is most definitely the #1 best way of reaching your target audience. So if you have not already, I definitely recommend watching any of my videos about SEO and optimizing your videos, because that is without a doubt the #1 best way of growing your channel from the ground up. Something else that I think is absolutely crucial is taking time to experiment. When you have only known one type of content for so long and you're only now beginning to take a break from that content or stopping altogether, it is perfectly normal to not know right off the bat exactly what type of content you want to move on to or what your plans are going forward. So definitely just take your time to experiment and try out different types of content, see what you enjoy making, what you don't enjoy making, what your audience resonates with, what they don't resonate with. And once you've done a whole ton of experimenting and you have taken lots of notes and you have well established exactly what it is you want to be creating, it is then a lot easier to create your content strategy for going forward. So definitely give yourself a whole lot of grace, give yourself some time and some patience, and let yourself experiment. And then finally, the last thing I want to leave you guys on, the last little piece of advice I want to give you, is to try not to let people get inside of your head. Since I've begun to switch up my content, I've gotten all kinds of super sweet and supportive comments and DMs, even some emails, but I've also heard from some other people who are not so supportive, kind of a little bit aggressive about the whole situation. So try again to remember and remind yourself constantly that while you are sharing your content with other people on the internet, your social media is supposed to be an extension of who you are and your passions, what you love to create, what you love to share. You absolutely do not owe anybody anything but yourself. Just like how we evolve as people, so does our content. And we see that all the time when college YouTubers graduate and when YouTubers start to have kids and get married. It is 110% okay for you to be over creating a certain type of content and wanting to move on. So try to really take all that criticism around you with a teeny tiny little grain of salt, because while constructive criticism can be good in short and small doses, if you pay way too much attention to people's criticism and their insults, it can really screw and mess with your mind. So just remember to stay true to who you are, what it is you're passionate about, what it is you want to share, and really try to just block out all the noise around you and take people's criticism and feedback with a teeny tiny grain of salt. But yeah, you guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Everything I had to share, all the tips and tricks and methods I had for you. Hopefully, if any of you guys are thinking about changing up your content or pivoting your business, hopefully this was helpful to you. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!